Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're gathered this morning to share some gratitude. We're having a good time. We're lifting our attitude. And if you've got some gratitude to share, you don't have to get dressed. Come on here in your underwear. Just type something in that comes from within. Shouldn't shine within. Suddenly the words don't come, but that's okay because we're on a run. We're gonna share some gratitude with you right now for Love Morning. Do. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, Gerbot. Let me make sure I am. There we go. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. And, you know, I almost tried to set up to be live on TikTok this morning. I did something that I maybe will get into it, some ethically challenging stuff so that I could do a TikTok live stream. So if you're on TikTok, Hug Nation is my account there, and I would love to get some help figuring out if I can do a live there, which I might test after this. Jim says, I see your face and smile big, and I feel grateful for you. Jim, I am grateful for you too. I so genuinely appreciate the things I see you post and the things that you share here. You are a very your path of conscious living I find very inspiring. So thank you. And am I right that you sent me the Red Hawk book? I don't know, somebody did, and I think it's you. If not, you can just take credit. Say, you're welcome. If you're here, share something that you are grateful for. I am grateful that right now, can you hear the sound behind me, that rumbling sound? Is that the freeway? No, that is the ocean. That's a prettier look. Maybe I should find a way to broadcast from that angle. That's a lot better. I'm not sure if that's going to happen right now. That's okay. You can see it in the window behind me. Oh, there we go. I'll do that. Just got to get a little lower. I don't know. So, if you are grateful for something, would love to hear it. Good morning, Al. I'm actually in San Diego. This is Solana Beach, so I don't know exactly what it's like in San Francisco. San Diego, though, has been more overcast than ever before. Although it just started getting warm here. The last 2 days have been super sunny. Solana Beach, where I am now, it tends to stay overcast more longer. But I like overcast. This is a condo that I have access to on occasion. It's not exactly where I live. I used to live here. Good morning, Maria. So good to see you, and it's been so nice to see you in gratitude lately. And if you have never been to gratitude circles, you should go just so you can hear Maria share gratitude, because I was going to say her accent, but her beautiful, personalized style of communicating with her Barcelona-influenced, she goes, I'm so happy. And it just makes me happy to hear. I love you so much, Maria, and so appreciate your growth and your sharing. And yeah, you are a light. Oh, Al says, I love seeing ocean waves live from another part of the planet. Grateful for the technology that allows that. Yeah, isn't that, oh, there's a significant delay going on here. That's all right. Susan says, I'm grateful that it's sunny and 70 here in New Hampshire. Beautiful. That's kind of a perfect temperature, right? It's chilly here now. nice low tide. I went for I'm grateful for my solstice was awesome. The long day of the year, I felt like I really had a beautiful time. Had it started with an awesome love morning here. Actually, I woke up pretty early because of my rotator cuff pain that I've been having, but doesn't matter. And I woke up, in fact, because of my rotator cuff pain, I'm going to stop leaning over like that. There we go. And if you're here and you've got some gratitude, please share it. I started the day with gratitude and with this love morning, and then had a beautiful love gratitude later, and had a beautiful brunch, and then came down to the beach and had an incredible like sunset walk on the beach, and then went out to dinner, and just magic all around. This too shall pass. Good and bad, isn't that the truth? I have been having some fantastic experiences in the realm of a new relationship that I will share more when the time is right. But it's been epic, and part of this awareness of this new relationship is the awareness that the newness, the excitement is so incredible, but that too shall pass. And so trying to set a foundation for the deeper connections that come after the initial flurries. This too shall pass, and the Serenity Prayer is pretty much all you need. That and thank you. Good morning, Charles. Maria says, I am grateful for this love morning. I'm on that time of the month, and it's hot and meh. I put the fan just after joining, and oh, I feel so good now. The sound of the waves and the fan make a great combo. Yes. You know, it's hard for me to really fathom the experience of being a woman. As I came out of my mouth, I realized how silly that sounds. There's so many aspects of being a woman, but I'm particularly thinking about menstruation and the hormonal, not just the physical body changes of shedding your uterine lining and bleeding on a monthly basis, and being tuned into the moon as part of that. I wasn't even thinking about that, but what I was thinking about is just the legitimate cycles of brain chemistry and mood based on, this moon cycle, and how, as a male identifying, or a man, it's the right way to, I'm a man. Is that a fair thing to say? As a man, I can't understand like how that would be. I feel like I've had cycles in my life with depression or funks, but they're not monthly. They're not on a schedule, and it took me a long time to be able to tell the difference between when the world sucks versus when my brain chemistry is struggling, and I see everything as sucking, including myself, when I finally started to recognize, if I hear myself say the words, I always do this, I never do this, it always does this, I'm like, wait, always, never, that's not true. Why does my brain think that I never succeed at everything, that I'm always failing, and I never finish things, and I always oh shit, my brain's not working right. But you can't tell because it's your brain. Your brain is doing it, so your view to the same brain that you're using to try to figure out, is this accurate, is the one that's altered. So it's a very difficult thing to try to like be in relationship with someone who doesn't get that. Hello, Coast Guard. And I, even though I feel like I'm far more tuned into my own chemistry fluctuations, it still took me an even longer time to have compassion and forgiveness and understanding when my partner was going through. I'm saying partners like in the past. My partner being that the general term, not a specific person, but my partner when I've been in a relationship. When my partner has, been maneuvering through their brain chemistry fluctuations. In addition to discomfort, God, whew, it's a lot. But I think the more that we can become aware of our patterns the easier it is to then communicate that to people in your life, so you can set expectations, and so you can sometimes even give like a little handbook. Hey, if I get in a funk, I generally like to use the word funk instead of depressed, because a funk feels like something I can shake off. Depressed feels a little more ingrained. And so like this new person that I'm in relationship with, we were talking, and I got to explain, like, look, if I do get into a funk, which I will eventually, I mean, it's happy time now, but if I do get into a funk, I know that it is not helpful for you to try to pull me out by countering my negative thoughts. For example, if I say, I never finish anything and I'm always doing things half-ass, and they go, what are you talking about? You've done so much. Look at this you did, and you did this, and you did, and then my brain does not go, that's a good point. You're right. My brain says, oh, you want to argue? You want to debate? Well, let me dig in, and I will find evidence to prove to you that I never do that, and I always fuck up. And so in doing so, I push myself deeper, and I make the argument, and I get deeper into the thought. Instead of just having them there, vaguely feeling icky, and that then they kind of pass through, when I have to defend myself, I like prove that I suck. And the other person's like, what? I'm trying to help. Does not help. At least that's my experience. So in talking through, we're like, and we both kind of shared the same analysis of our moods and what's productive and what isn't. And like, look, it is helpful to feel supported. It is helpful to feel that it's okay for me to feel whatever I'm feeling, and that you've got my back. But it does not help for you to try to show me what you see in me and try to, lift me up by complimenting me and countering my negative thoughts. That is not helpful. But that's the kind of thing you figure out about yourself over time, and then hopefully, can start to communicate that with people in your life, so that your transitions through your fluctuating brain stuff is easier. Because you can't really, I won't say you can't. It is a fool's game to try to heal yourself so that you just never get triggered or never get depressed or never get in a funk and your mood just stays. I mean, we're humans. So you just got to acknowledge that happens, and then what are the ways that I can move through difficult things quicker? By feeling them and not pushing them away, by honoring the feeling, and like not escaping in different ways. And sometimes escaping's okay. Like for me, if I'm in a funk, watching TV and kind of just writing it out is not a bad idea for me. Don't think about it. Like if I dig into the thoughts, then I start making a case for my brain has got a point. I do suck at everything. But if I just go, let me distract myself, often time will start to be on my side. And then, of course, things like exercise, but that's harder to do. But I'm feeling happy in this moment. And those are the times when it's the best to kind of maybe make a game plan for the future times when you're not in a good mood, is when you feel like everything's perfect. I know that I was in this conversation yesterday too about how like it's hard to imagine, being in conflict with you, but it will happen. So let's share, things we know about ourselves and patterns we sometimes fall into and things we're working on, so that we can have forgiveness for each other and compassion and support one another. That's kind of one of the reasons why I share so much, because I find this recognition of what humans are going through to be so helpful, and so I try to share what I'm going through. Is that helpful? Charles says, I'm grateful for the below normal temperatures as of recent. Have not needed the AC. Sweet. Gerbot says, being able to recognize your own cognitive distortions, good term, is an excellent skill to develop. Yes. Saying there are many types of cognitive distortions. One of the common ones is all or nothing thinking. Yes. Gerbot sharing that Feeling Good, the book by David Burns, educated me about depression and how to crawl out of it. I'm grateful for that book. It literally saved my life. Sweet. Feeling Good. Thank you for the recommendation, Gerbot. Lorian, good morning. Painey, good morning. Painey's grateful for the Coast Guard. You're probably more grateful than most with your nautical heart. Is that fair to say? Carla, aloha. Good morning. Have a beautiful day as the sun rises. Nice, Carla. Thank you, Lorian. Lorian and Carla both saying, yes, it is helpful. And Carla adding, it gives hope that we're all actively growing and that it is the catalyst for change. Yes. And I think that the most helpful venue for this change is in trusting relationships, is in safe containers, is in a place where you feel a sense of belonging. And that can be in a friend relationship, a friend group, it can be in a romantic relationship, it can be in a social group, it could be a coaching group, it could be in a community, like your burner community. I feel like tons of growth for me and others has happened in that place. Like, I'm allowed to be me? Okay, in that case, stop trying to pretend so much and see what happens. That's a very fertile place for growth. Oh, my camera went out? Oh, what happened? Interesting. Oh, man. Is the audio dead too? Let's see. It's dead on Facebook. Not dead on YouTube. How very strange. You're about saying safe containers for the win. I wonder what happened here. Okay, well. Alright, well, one thought is, Oh, I was gonna say, if you've come in late, I'm gonna try to do a live broadcast uh, on TikTok. So if you use TikTok, will you follow Hug Nation? One word, Hug Nation. All right, so I guess we'll finish this up quickly because I don't know why this isn't working on Facebook. It's giving me no indication of. It says the key rate frame is too low, but it's working on. Oh wait, no. Let me. I don't know. I could try. This is gonna be risky. If you lose me, I love you. Let's see if that helped. But we will finish up rapidly here. Gearbot saying safe containers for the win. And well, YouTube wins this battle for being functional while Facebook fell apart. So now we can talk about those Facebook people. Oh wait, nope, because the audio is working on Facebook. Thank you for letting me know, Susan. Carla saying, I'm grateful for the show Dead to Me because it's all kinds of personal conflict, but it's a lot about forgiveness and building relationships. I just finished watching the series. It's good. Ooh, I think, is that the one with the twin brothers? One is hit by the car. I've only watched season 1, I think. You know, the brother, the guy who plays the brothers, I once interviewed him when I was in like 1999. I was at a press junket, and I was there representing the website collegeclub.com because they're trying to early web stuff. So they were doing a press junket for some movie, and I got to interview him. Lorian is grateful for my sister who drove 9 hours to help me create a space to call home from my apartment. How cool! Much gratitude for siblings. All right, and Al saying thank you for sharing the outdoor space. So I will share just a little bit more of this for the people that can see. Haha, we'll rub this in the noses of the Facebook people for a little bit of this beautiful ocean. And then wherever you are, give yourself a big squeeze. Hear the sound of that ocean. Feel the warmth of your body. Think of all these gratitudes that we get to amplify in one another, and the growing awareness of our own patterns, appreciation of our body cycles and our mental cycles as well. And for appreciating and having gratitude for the adventure of self-awareness and how we can help one another as we share our truths. So let's take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you, thank you for being here for this Love Morning as part of Hug Nation. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, Al and Gearbot.